Hi everyone, this is Jolie from Happy Heart Arts, and I'm very glad to be here again to demonstrate another one of my painting techniques or painting mediums. So welcome back. I should show you the dry results of the painting I did yesterday. And so here it is. Yeah, so from a bunch of different angles. That's one of the fun things about abstracts. You can try to figure out which way's up or if there's something in there. And actually, in case you wonder, well, why does this feel like this would be the right way? Well, for me, psychologically, darks always feel heavier. It's actually a painting technique. Darks actually feel heavier. So a lot of times they'll be on the bottom or in the back, to help. Dark colors a lot of times will feel dark usually means further back or hidden, stuff like that, but also heavy. And then things that are light, like yellow and white, always seem lighter, or lighter literally. Hi Rebecca, good morning, good morning. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I was just trying to explain why, I think I put, yeah, there we go, why this feels like the bottom. It's because of the darker colors, because dark colors feel heavy, and then the lighter colors, literally light, feel lighter. So yeah, and earthly. Yeah, I almost feel like, remember how I was talking about how you could see things in the painting? Up in this upper corner, it feels like I can see like a little bit of a beach scene with the moon coming through the clouds in that very upper corner. Which is funny because I was talking about how, like, abstracts, you can see anything, and I see something in my own painting. So, but yeah, here's what it looks like done. Yay! But all right, so I'm gonna put this aside. Oh, let me show you also real quick. It's not done, but here's what the dry results of the texture that I was doing. But I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it yet. The question, how much are my abstracts? I'm trying to think. This is a size I haven't used before. But my 8x10s on my website, Unframed, are $25, and the framed ones are $35. And then they go up a little bit after that. Like I have some 10x10s that are, I think, 35 unframed, and framed 45. That's the lower end. And then some of the bigger ones, not a lot. I have a couple that are like a handful that are 16x20, and they're, like around 100 or something. So yeah, but a lot of them, I think I have 11x14s or something around that, somewhere around that size. They should be around $55, $60. So yeah, that's the range of my abstracts. My mixed media sometimes are a little higher, maybe around 55. But most of them are, I guess, under $75. I was going to say under 100, but yeah, they're actually, a lot of them are under $75. Woohoo! Yay. I feel good about that. If we send you some colors. Oh, yeah. What colors? Yeah, well, totally. What colors? Or do you not know them yet? That's okay. I can, but yeah, totally would do painting in people's colors. Blues, grays, and yellows. Oh, I actually have some gray. Blues, grays, and yellow. Let me write that down. I actually plan to. My sister. This is probably a little bit more information than you need, but my sister had a fire, and they're all fine. She and the kids are all fine. It was around just after Christmas, and so her kids have a new house that they're living in with new bedrooms. And I asked my sister, what do they need? And she was like, oh, well, just paint them. Can you make them abstracts, one for each of their bedrooms? And so I got all their favorite colors. So I'm going to make one that's in purples, one that's in pinks, and one that's in blues. I haven't done it yet, but that's my plan. I got the canvases. I just haven't done it yet. And then, oh, awesome, awesome. Oh, yeah, you'll save my website. Yay! Thank you. Oh, yeah, you probably saw it already. I think I put on every single, what is it, post that I do for the market. It always says my website. I guess that's good marketing, right? All right, so let me write that down again. Whoopsie. Blues, grays, and yellows. I don't want to forget that. Blues, grays, I didn't spell the and yellows. Cool, cool. All right, I wrote that down, Rebecca. All right, but I guess I probably should get to drawing. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, I pulled out my jelly wash again, and, but this time I'll use them. And I pulled up my sketchbook. I talked about like drawing in the morning and then doing a painting in the evening. Oh, I'll send you a picture of the pictures I'm getting the colors from. Oh, that sounds awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm trying to think. You can probably DM where they're from a local artist. Oh, cool. Color scheme. Nice, nice. I like that. I like that. Sweet. Oh yeah. I was going to ask where you're at, but I won't do that. Like, what state? Because I know Emily, because I'm part of the market. I know Emily from when I worked for DanceWorks, which is a dance studio out of Milwaukee. And so, yeah, but I realize now for the market, there are people from all over, which I think is so cool. That's one of the things I love about this market. But, anyways, so yes, when you said from a local a local artist, I was like, oh, local Wisconsin, local Texas, local Connecticut. All right. But yeah, I love it. Supporting your local artists and local businesses. I'm from the planet of Indiana. Indiana. I love that. Indiana's not that far out there. I've been through the state. Because my parents, as growing up, we would drive to different places. Like, they're originally from Georgia. And so we would drive through, I know it sounds weird to drive through Indiana on our way south. Or we'd also drive through Indiana, like, from Wisconsin to Connecticut. You got to drive through Indiana. So, yeah, I'm from the Midwest. So I don't think Indiana's that strange. It's just, yeah, it's not strange either. It's not a far off planet, but cool. Indiana, nice, nice. Like I said, I've been driven through it, and I've had friends who went to school there. Oh dear, not at the big university. Oh gosh, not Duke or anything like. Oh dear, what school? It was a small one. I'll probably remember later. When I remember, I'll let you know. All right, but I should get to the drawing part. I found this sculptural piece. I'm going to work on values. Hoosiers. All a bunch of Hoosiers. Nice, nice. Yeah, but it was a small school. Yeah, I remember. She wasn't a Hoosier, sadly. All right. I'm going to use this as my drawing reference. It's a sculpture piece. I'm going to do a piece based on values, looking at darks, bringing out the dark shadows. Part of the reason why I started working on sculpture is there was maybe about a year ago. Here's my sketchbook. Oh, my blue one, my new blue one. Woohoo! Probably about a year ago, I was struggling a little bit with my eyes a little bit. I have a nice looking face, and then my eyes would be slightly off. So I was looking for pictures of broken sculpture that was missing an eye or missing a nose. Noses are my weakness. So that way I'd only have to draw part of a face or whatever. So if you saw my charcoal drawings that were of the sculpture pieces, that's where that series started from. Broken sculpture. So anyways, I still like looking at sculptures for the value. And yeah, so I thought it'd be fun. Hopefully, if I get too tight, I won't destroy it. But I might start painting over it. But yeah, I'm going to try this statue. I guess it's a statue of Dido. I've heard of Dido. I just don't remember who she is. But all right. But yeah, I'm going for it. Um, let's see here. Hold on. I'm trying to move this down a little bit because I'm about to start at the top of my notebook here. A lot of times when I start with an ovalish shape, trying to be nice. I try to be loose. When I start off, trying to get the major shape of the head. What I like doing sometimes when I do the blacks, I start working with, I'm going to say negative space. That's probably not the word for it. But some of the dark shapes, sometimes I do that. I usually do that with a Conte crayon, but I must admit the last time I used my Conte crayon with my with my gouache, I wasn't happy. I might have to break it out. Because I use the side of like a charcoal or a Conte crayon for really putting those fast shapes and shadows, the shapes of the shadows down real quick. And what I like about the gouache is that I can paint over it, like later. Like unlike with watercolor, where you can't, if you paint over your whites, they're gone. You have to remember to leave those places unpainted. With gouache, you can paint on top, which is cool. It will still mix together, but it's kind of like acrylic. You can paint on top of it, which I think is cool. But you also can mix with it too, like you can mix your colors and stuff like that, like you do with regular paints. So yeah, I've been enjoying my experience, which has only been about a year, of playing with gouache. I must admit, the other reason why I pick gouache is because I don't like watercolors. That sounds terrible, but yeah. But that's just probably a personal grievance. But I mean, sometimes I like the look of watercolors, but I like dark colors. I like bold colors. And sometimes watercolors just don't look dark enough for me. So yeah, I'm not always a big fan of it. Let's see here. Nose weakness is about to pop up. Must admit, one of the pieces that I did, that last of a sculpture piece, I remember, what was it? This is part of what I was talking about, working with the piece a little bit and layering it a bit. So what I discovered was that I had the eyes. It was really dramatic, and it turned out you could see the eye here, but you couldn't see the eye here because it was all these shadows, and the head was angled. And I don't think I realized it right away. I just thought it was all shadow, but as I worked with it, I realized I was missing, I was not thinking about the eye and where it was at. It really was much lower because it was so extremely angled. The eye was like here. So one eye was here and one eye was here, far down below. And I kept struggling because, like, before I even had started it, I was like working on it, and it had lined them up kind of where I thought they'd be at, like where the hidden one was. And then I realized as I was working with it, I was wrong. So I kind of had to go add more darks and then add a little bit more light just to really find the true shape. Yeah, because sometimes that's what it is. It's like you're trying to find the shape. You keep drawing the lines, sometimes erasing the lines, but keep drawing the lines or covering things up, trying to find that shape of what the object is or what it is you want to represent. Yeah, you don't actually have to make it a full, true representation of, well, I consider myself slightly an abstract artist. So, yes, I do want to look human. I do want to reference, look similar to what I'm making, but also at the same time want it to be my own thing. Though I must admit, I don't think I fully have my style down yet. But that's the idea. I remember one time, but also, putting the spirit of something in there. I work at an art association, so I get to meet a lot of really wonderful artists, and they're so inspiring, and I just love talking to them. And but they also talk about, like, mark making, finding and everybody, I guess, has an individual way of making their marks, you know, and finding it and doing it. And so they talk about mark making. I think I'm always about finding the shape, you know. I don't think, maybe it was just a Wisconsin thing, but out here they talk about mark making. In my head, I'm thinking finding my shapes. But the idea is still the same. Or trying to find this, you know, put your spirit into it, your feelings, your emotions, you know, and trying to convey that to your audience, you know, what your love for art, I guess. But yeah, yeah. And it takes a while, you know, developing your style, um, developing the shape, the lines of the form. I must admit, this side is usually the side I have most issues with. Doesn't look too bad. I might still have to tweak it some, but it's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, but this is actually dark here, but just finding my edges. Yeah, this actually I'll shadow too. Shadow that in. I think that's why I like drawing with pen. And actually, I like drawing with technical pencils because I can find my lines, my edges. I think the part is why I like lines and edges. I know some drawings, they're really good at hiding their edges and stuff like that, but I think I like these books. I love comic books. I love a nice dark heavy line. I do. Oh yeah, but I guess you knew that from yesterday, my love for comic books. Yes, sirree. Dido's not coming out too bad. Woohoo. She might need more chin. I always have to get nice, well, maybe not nice noses, but I get nice, what do I like? I usually get nice eyes. I guess I got a nice nose. I usually get a nice mouth, and then they have a small little chin. People's chins aren't necessarily that small. Alright, let me try to get her second eye in here. Let's see. Oh, I just realized I actually did this eye first. Normally I end up doing... No, I take that back. I guess it flip-flops. Let's see. Actually, I was talking with an artist. Oh, this was a while back. But he was going to teach a workshop at where I work at. And I remember in his description, it was a painting workshop. And what I remember really clearly, he was talking about how to start off with a drawing. Maybe a loose, not necessarily a loose drawing, but it didn't have to be a perfected drawing. Because he talked about making corrections in the painting. That even if it's not all there, you can continue to work. Because they were going to work in oils, and oils you can build on and layer. Acrylic you can layer too and paint over. But just the idea that, so yeah, you make a mistake in your painting. Like, or in your drawing, you make a mistake in the drawing, your underdrawing, and then you start painting it over and you realize, oh my gosh, my eyes are wrong, which is what I discovered. My eyes are wrong. But his idea was that he was going to teach people that you can fix it in your painting. Like, you made a mistake, and sometimes you work with it and work around it. That also happens too. But he was given the idea, like, you can fix it, you know. It's a painting, you know. It's not set in stone. And so just the idea that you can fix it during that painting process, I don't know. I didn't take the workshop, but just that philosophy of what he was going to do was just, you know, kind of freeing to the brain, you know, going, oh yeah, it's not locked in. I can still draw over it. Well, maybe not draw over it, but I can definitely paint over it. If I was doing this in pen, yeah, that'd be a different story. I wouldn't be able to as easily, oh, you know, fix it. You can't, you can't actually fix with pen, but you can paint over it. And sometimes when I draw with pen and then color with marker, I would use the marker to emphasize the line, kind of high, emphasize what I wanted to focus on. So even if the mistakes were there, by coloring it in, it was easy to see what I was drawing attention to. Alrighty, we just need a heck of a lot more shadows to make this work right. Let's see. Shadows are good. I don't think I realized that as much as a kid, but as an adult, I realized it's good to draw on those shadows, because they have this interesting shape. Because I think in my head I must have thought, oh, if I put the shadows in, you're not going to see what the object really is. But no, you can still see it, even if it looks like the shadow's going to distort it. It's still there. And it's needed to actually, by not putting the shadows in, that's probably creating more of a distortion, and then putting the shadows in. So, which now makes me go, I want to switch mediums here from this pencil. Even though I'm coloring my shadows out of my pencil, part of me wants to put it in with my County Crayon, which I didn't pull out today. So I might smear this up by accident. Oh yeah, she's got shadows on her. Yeah, think about shadows. She has a huge shadow here on the side of her head. Oh, that's in shadow. Whoopsie. Alright, so maybe I should have used regular pencil, so number 8. But, like I said, I like using this, and I plan to use this as my underdrawing. I guess technically I didn't have to make my underdrawing so in-depth. I could have just started adding my blacks right away in layers with the gouache. But I think I was feeling the pencil here a bit, which I might need to tweak a bit. I don't like erasing too much, because those eraser lines help to kind of find that shape, then you can erase it away, which works great in charcoal. Oh my gosh, yeah. You start with a gray background, and then you erase away, or add more charcoal with lines, and then erase away to bring your lights back in. It's awesome. Oh yeah, technical pencil. Yep, that's exactly what I'm using. Just a regular old pencil. Oh yeah, here's it up, right side up a bit. Just a little manly. I don't know if I'll be able to fix it, but hey, I'm switching. This is just my underdrawing. This is just the start. Yeah. I'm not digging her chin. I keep trying to fix it. Oh, maybe that's why her chin looks weird. Alrighty. So I'm just softening it up and changing it out a bit. And because I'm doing it so rough, yeah, her doesn't have nice smooth lines here. Alright, I think I'm going to go, hold on, I keep saying I'm going to start adding some gouache, but then I see something that I want to do. And also, I can add it. What's cool about being an artist is that it's my interpretation. Like, I had this really great teacher back when I was in, so my first degrees are in communication. So I have a couple different degrees in communications. And then I went back to school and got my art degree. I always had wanted to study art, but just put it off and studied other things. So I actually went back to school in my 30s. In my mid-30s, I went back to school to get my art degree. And I'm so happy I did. Alright, back to the story of my teacher. So anyways, one of my favorite teachers, he talked about, oh yeah, this is just a travel paintbrush. So it has water in the tube. I don't know if you can see the water droplet shift as I tip it. So yeah, there's water in the tube, and then you squeeze it to make the bristles wet. And so I'm just smearing the lines. Yes, really weird. The graphite in the pencil actually reacts with water. Who knew? Anyways, he talked about, so he had us go to the zoo one time for the quick drawing class, my teacher. And he talked about, and quick drawing basically is trying to do a drawing in just a few seconds or a couple of minutes before a person moves. So that's what we do with the live model. when you go to the zoo, you're looking at animals. And so it was the idea of trying to capture the idea, the lines and gestures and shapes, the major shapes of a lion or a monkey or a snake. You know, and he also said, he also tried to free our brains up. Says, yeah, so you're trying to capture those lines, but at the same time, it's to find your version of a lion or a cat. Or not, sorry, a lion or a cat. A lion or the animal that you're drawing, you know. So, so that way, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to look like somebody else's, you know. It was your version of a lion or, I know I keep using a lion or a cat. My bad. Kind of like, so for an example, like you watch, like Lion King, you know, and Lion King, you know, the first one from the 90s, you know, those are their versions of lions, you know. They're not, what is it? They're not realistic. They look, but they still look like lions. They were just cartoon versions of lions, you know. But that's a version of a lion, you know, versus the remake, which was digital versions of more realistic looking lions, you know. So, but yeah, so that was really cool. It was just really freeing to know, like, oh, okay, I don't have to make my, I don't have to make my Dido here look exactly like the statue. I'm using it as a reference. I'm painting my version of Dido, and that was just really cool, you know, to like, okay, I'm painting my version. I don't have to make mine look exactly like my best friend's in the class, you know, make it look like her work. This is my version. And so it was, yeah, Tim was a really good teacher. He really was. Encouraging. I took multiple classes with him. I took a puppetry class. Puppetry. Who knew you could take puppetry class at the college level? And it's a legit class. It was a legit class. Yes, sir. That was a fun class. Puppetry, a couple animation classes, as part of my 2D classes that I took. Of course, I took regular drawing and painting too, a couple times. But yeah, it was good. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm liking this face. All right, here. I should have added a little bit. Drawing over what's not cool, but I'm going to I always try to do it anyways, because I'm like, I got to add some more dark here. So I'm adding more dark because I did not make this lip dark enough. There we go. Still think I did something wrong with this chin. But I'm liking the darks I did here on the lips. Alright, let's see. I don't always do this like I should, but another teacher in an art survey class talked about the idea of looking at a picture, like you're working on it and you're loving it or you're not loving it, but looking at it from different, not perspectives, but distances, that's the word, looking at it from different distances. So he would talk about looking at it from 12 feet away, which is probably, or 12 inches away, you know, which is probably from where, you know, you're drawing at, because you're that up close to it. And then stepping back and looking at it further. So to see what's there, what's missing, or what's right, you know, because something, you might be looking at something up close going, oh no, not enough detail. Only to realize if you step back, it doesn't matter because no one's going to notice it because it's, you know, far away. When they'll be looking at it because it's on a wall, hanging behind a sofa. Or or it might not matter, you know. It does come out clear. All right, here, let me show you a little bit. Right side up. There we go. So, yeah, so that's what it looks like so far. Woohoo, this is fun. I love... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, learning is good. I must admit, I did slack off a little bit on trying to learn. I mean, I shouldn't say slack off on trying to learn. I do still learn new stuff. But a lot of times I was self-teaching myself, like new computer skills, because I must admit I do like working on websites and stuff like that. So teaching myself new computer skills, or when you start a new job, learning new stuff. But after I did art school, I must admit I haven't, until last year, I hadn't really done a workshop in a while, you know, trying to learn something new artistic wise. I had done maybe a dance class or two, I know not the same medium, but yeah, I had not done a lot with trying to take a formal learning. I done I've looked at people's websites to see what they're doing artistically, and then try to learn that sometimes or mimic it. But I actually hadn't, because I guess that is still learning. But I hadn't, done the formal thing until last year. And last year, what I did, I was feeling like um, creatively in a funk. That's what it is, creatively in a funk. Um, oh, the dance studio. Oh, I was feeling creatively in a funk, and I'll answer the dance question in a second. So I was feeling creatively in a funk, and like I said, I was working for an art center. It's called the Lime Art Association, and they offer a lot of workshops. And I love working with a palette knife, which you saw yesterday. And yeah, they were going to teach a plein air palette knife plein air class. So plein air means painting outdoors, kind of like the Impressionists did. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to try to paint a landscape and figure out how to paint plein air. Ugh. I did had it. It worked. It was really good. It was really encouraging. It was really challenging. I started off with a really great. I started off with a really great charcoal drawing as the under drawing, and added a little bit of color on top. Yeah, but it was really good. It was mostly, yeah. I guess it had paint on it, but it was really good to have challenged myself to keep learning, and that's why I'm going to do this other workshop that's coming up next month. I've been looking forward to it for a while. The place I work at, we do mostly realism, and but I like painting in app. All right, I know I'm doing a figure, but I like painting in acrylic abstract, and so we're actually offering an abstract class. One of our artists combines. It's really abstract, but it combines some realism aspects. And so I'm looking forward to learn some new abstract techniques, formally do that. So, yeah, learn. So I'm going back to loving to learn. All right, dancing. So yeah, when I lived in Wisconsin, I worked, trying to think, I worked for a dance studio called, Dance Works. I was about to say, yeah, I shouldn't say the name wasn't creative. It works. Dance Works, And the dance studio did everything. Oh my gosh. Dance Works is a really cool place. I feel proud to be able to talk them up. Really good organization. Not only do they offer dance classes for kids, they offer dance classes for adults. They even offer classes for people who are 50 plus. And during the day, and people came regularly. Now they have a 50 plus dance group, or intergenerational dance group, which I think is awesome. Yeah, it's a really good organization, but they do everything. They offer ballet. Start with the ballet. They offer ballet, tap, jazz. One of our most popular was a bar workout class, which uses the bar, the ballet bar for stretching, and but the rest of it's an aerobics class, man. I did that class only once, but she used weights. We provide weights. So bar workout was weights, aerobic exercises, some Pilates stretches, and using the ballet bar for stretches and maybe some beginning ballet stretches and stuff like that too. Yeah, it was very popular class. Actually, one of our instructors was very popular because she was really good with it, and people liked taking the class with her. So that was our ballet bar. Let's see, was it tap classes, multiple levels of tap, the jazz, ballet, tap, hip hop. We had hip hop for the kids too. We had hip hop for the adults also. We had salsa and ballroom and social dances. Let's see. Oh, Latin dancing, yes. But hold on. Let me tip this up here. I always wanted to take Latin dancing, but my hubby is kind of jealous. He's disabled. Oh, so he can't be your partner. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Oh, we had African too. Can he do? Can he do any kind of like upper body movement so he can like move along with you while you're dancing? Well, I guess you can. So you can dance at home together. But yeah, that's yeah, dancing. So yeah, we had some Latin dancing, like I said. So at one point we did. Trying to think, dance. Zumba. Yeah, we had Zumba for a bit too. Not a lot of people came for the Zumba, but but we tried the Zumba at one point. I think that's the right one, right? They had used the Latin dance music and movement for it. Um, yeah. We've mixed it up. A lot of the same classes I just listed, except for like the bar workout and the Zumba. Those are the exact same things we had for the kids too. We had jazz, hip hop, tap, ballet, contemporary, which is modern dance, all of those, African dance, yeah. And then we had a performance company that, oh, let me tip this down for you, my bad. Whoops, my light is making it too bright. Let me put my hand there, see if that will darken up the screen. Come on, darken up. Let's see if I move that so you can see my drawing. There we go. Um, So yeah, oh, I danced a little bit. I danced at my church. They had a dance ministry, so I was part of a dance ministry for a long time. And then after I left, I just kind of at the dance studio. I just did the front desk. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, he gets his dance on. All right. Woo, woo, woo. I love that dance on. I like that. Everybody, we should all be moving. I don't move as much as I should be, but yeah, we all should get our dance on. All right, let's see here. Oh yes, added a little bit of color. You probably can't see that. My bad. Let's see. There we go. Do you see that little bit of periwinkle? It says it's blue according to the description, but it's actually periwinkle. Yeah, which can't be seen on the camera very well. All right, so I'll add more color and see if that will help tone down the white background. Let's see here. I know. Last time I did it because it doesn't have. I have black, and I must admit I'm lazy. I'm very very lazy about mixing colors, meaning that I don't feel like making the color gray. So the last time I did something. I had I used my yellow ochre and black to make the painting. Yeah, you found out yesterday I'm not a big fan of brown, so I'm not going to use my brown for the shadows. I'm probably still going to use my black, but you know what? I have a nice, bright, vibrant yellow. I know the yellow and the black are probably going to make beautiful olive green. But you know what? I'm just going to play with it. Yeah. But I think I'm also influenced because I think your colors you said that were yellow. Oh yeah, not black. It was yellow, gray, and blue. But I'm going to use some yellow here. This may. I had added water to jelly them up again. I had added water to my paints, so it's probably going to come in like a. It's not. They're a little too creamy. It's going to be more like a wash, but thin layers. Oh nope, it came in a little thicker. But yeah, I'm going to make this nice bright yellow. If I don't like it, I will paint over it. But yeah, I'm using this nice bright yellow for where it's off-white or whatever the color the what is it sculpture color. I'm going to use yellow. Like I said, I'm making it my own. And I guess if it's going to be okay next to that blue, you know, I have my olive green next to my blue. Yeah, so green and yellow make, whoopsie, don't want it too dirty. Green and yellow, sorry, backwards. Yellow and yellow and blue make green, so it should be all right. Oops, screen went dark. All right. But yeah, I'm just going to see what happens here by making a nice vibrant yellow. Like I said yesterday, nice yellows, bright and sunny and lively. So I have friends back in Wisconsin still, and they put on Facebook at times their snow images, which makes me go, yay, I'm glad I'm not still in Wisconsin. Which is funny because I'm in Connecticut, so I'm still north. But we've got rain. We've got rain. Um, I'm not a huge rain fan, but it's not snow. So I'm going to sing because we've got rain instead of snow, and it's March. Yes. So I'm a happy person that we've got rain. It does flood the basement a bit, but it's not snow. That's a plus thing. It's been a very, what is it? Dry? Not dry. Warm. Been a warm winter. We had a couple big snowstorms, but, yeah, a couple big snowstorms. But after that, or actually even before that, it was a dry Christmas, or I should say a non-white Christmas, and then same thing for most of the winter, but we had some snow in January, or was it February, and then yeah, we've been having rain. So yeah, off and on whole winter, mostly rain. Alrighty, I'm trying to decide how much yellow I want to put into my gray areas. Oh yeah, I keep cleaning my brush off to get rid of excess water or to get rid of excess paint color. I know I've only used the yellow so far, but sometimes it's just too much, so I'm trying to get rid of it. And like, yeah, this brush has the word push on it, so I know where to push when I need more water. Sometimes I use it to just here's my gouaches. If it's too dry, I will squeeze it and drop some water. Will pour on top of the surface, and then I can mix it. So, yeah, I've done that too. Or if I need more water on the surface, I'll squeeze it now and then. All right, maybe a little yellow. Alrighty, oops, I need some yellow here. Oh yeah, also it's picking up the pencil marks. That's the other reason why I was drying it off, to get rid of those. Because it becomes a little gray. Alright, that's a little too gray, but oh well. It's gouache, I can... Or actually, well, yeah, this is gouache and pencil at the moment, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Just mixing it up a little bit. Alright, I think I need to add some black paint. The pics of the pigs, can you see them? Oh, no, not at the moment. Yeah, I'm scrolling. Sorry, I scrolled the wrong. There we go. Pics of, yeah, not at the moment. Did you send them in the comments? But it's okay. You can send them afterwards too. And then I'm trying to think. Yeah, you could. What's it? Can people DM each other through Facebook's message? You can send them that way. Because yeah, my chat didn't pop up. Though it could be on my phone. Nope. So yeah, no, it didn't pop up in the comments. The pictures. All right, but oh wait, which thinking of which, I'm glad I'm looking at the time. It's 12:44. I'll work a little bit more. All right. But then I guess I should try to think. Yeah, I'll work a little bit more. Oh yes, you'll DM me. Perfect. Yeah. And then all right, black. I'm gonna do the black. Half of me wants to do the blue, but I'm gonna do the black. I'll try to do it kind of lightly. Oops, let me add some water. It's too dark. There we go. Now it's like a really bad wash. But it's okay. Put it in the dark spot. I'm just going to add a little bit of it. It's going to need some tweaking. I must admit, sometimes I really like my pencil lines. I shouldn't have put so many pencil lines. Now my pencil lines are all going to be hidden by the gouache. That's terrible. I'm liking my pencil lines too much. That's bad. Here we go. So I keep painting over it, Jolly, so you don't miss it. There we go. Yes, I know. Occasionally talk to myself. But see, it needs that. It pushed the dark. It needed it. See how it darkens up? It makes that contrast. By making my black darker, my gray sections darker, it pushes the value, and the shadows on the eyes just went further back, and the yellow comes forward, which is great, which is what I wanted. All right, so instead of gray, it's black. I know it's darker gray at the moment, but I will build this up a little bit. Oh yeah, but I guess I forgot. I have this really beautiful pen called, what is this called? It is called the Heekins Black Magic. It has ink in it, so it's not just a typical standard marker. It has ink in it. Oh, yeah, I love that. Yeah, so if my gouache is not dark enough, I can actually, yeah, I can use my ink. I've used some of the, I forgot, I had some of the paintings, not a lot. It's a mix. I have the gouache and the black ink on it. So, yeah. So, yeah, so if my black's not black enough, I will go, I can use the black ink. And it works well with the gouache, actually. And I just realized, so this is, remember I was talking about the flat, and I get carried away. I really like this flat. I just bought these a couple months ago. Originally, I just had the one. And then, I realized, and then I got these gouaches and had all these, came with 3 paintbrushes of different sizes. And I was using, of course, with cups of water. And I was like, I really like these different sizes. This is a flat filbert, and this is a round. Yeah, brushes actually have names. How weird. And, what was I? Oh, and, I really liked it. And so I was like, I really like this travel pen. I like the water in the tube. And so the next time I went to Michael's, I saw a couple different sets of these. And there was one that had 5, but I was like, I don't know if I dig that. But then I found this 3-pen set that had this flat. Yeah, I got it for the flat. And then it had 2 different points, 2 different sizes of, so I have a fat one and, what is this? Fat one and a small one. So I can do finer lines and slightly fatter lines. Yeah, I really like these. Having the variety of brush sizes. Yeah, in my paintbrushes. I dig that. And anyway, I really like the flat. And then I realized I'm having issues. I'm going, oh wait, maybe if I switch brushes size. As you can see, I went with the yellow, did my background in the blue with the flat, did my yellow, switched to the black, kept using it, and I'm going, at these nice bold shapes. Forgetting, I might need to switch to something smaller. Yeah. Alright, I think I forgot to put a little yellow in that corner. I have to clean off this brush here a bit. But I think I'm going to add a little yellow in this corner, and I'm going to, don't want black in my yellow here. I'm going to do this, add a little yellow here in this corner. And then I think I'm going to stop here. My brain's going to be thinking about this all day. And then, yeah, so we'll have something to pick up with this evening, do some more work on here. But this is what it looks like, hopefully. Oh, good, I see the yellow. All right, I'm going to move this here. Well, why did I use the yellow? Because I didn't want to use the yellow crew. That's it. Whoop. Hold on 1 second here. There we go. Sorry, I had moved. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to use the yellow just to be different. Yeah, I didn't want it to be, I don't know. I didn't want it to be, sorry, I don't have cream. It looks yellow. Oh, great. My screen on the screen looks blue. It's actually two different colors. The background's gray, soft gray, and the sculpture piece is actually um cream, cream to warm, a warm cream to beige. Very, 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 very light beige. But anyways, I didn't want to use gray. I mean, I was going to be lazy. I didn't want to water down my black or mix the white. I forgot I have white. And so last time I did a picture, my notebook's across the room. I used the yellow ecru, which is this warmer color here. This is yellow ecru right here at the bottom. But I decided to use this yellow instead, just to make, like I said, to make it different. Yeah, just to make it different, not to do the same old, same old. It might turn out, I might look at it later and be like, when it's dry, be like, ah! And I might cover it. I might have the other crew going over it, but it was a starting point. So, but the yellow's bright and vibrant. It goes well against the black. Alrighty, but oh yeah, oh thank you, thank you. Anyways, that's why I did it. I'm glad you asked. I appreciate that, and yeah, I'm just gonna say it was the whim of the artist. But anyways, Rebecca, thank you so much for coming back and to watch me do a painting. Yeah, I'll work on. I'm trying to think. Hopefully, I'll work on this some more. Yeah, so I'm trying to think tonight. Tonight is 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, it's a little later, but hey, I must admit it's around. Part of the reason why I do the late times for doing the demos is because yeah, that's exactly what time I'm really doing artwork at night. After work, I paint at night. On Saturdays, I paint throughout the day, but nighttime, that's around the time I'm working on pieces. So it fits in with my habit. So yeah, so I'll be back again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. All right, have a good rest of the day. Stay warm and dry. Bye.